Hi, so welcome back. Sorry I missed yesterday. I decided to go to a winery and see The Lion King, which was good. I'm a little burnt, so that's why I look a little red today. Um, yeah, so today I'm going to be talking about Disney Part 2. What this is going to look like is I'm going to talk about the rest of my application experience and talk about telling my family, and then probably the flight out there and a little bit about the first couple of weeks. Obviously, there's a lot of details that I'm not going to go into just because it was a whole semester. Like, there was a lot of shit that happened. And yeah, I'll talk a little bit about moving in and all of that fun stuff. So to start, I'll talk about telling my parents and Aiden, because that was quite an adventure. Okay, so I'm doing a new thing where I'm recording each video as a segment instead of the whole thing and then editing it, but hopefully you won't even notice. So anyway, I'm going to be talking about my parents. So I found out on Katie's stairs, #HeyKatie, and then I had to tell my parents. So I was just a mess about it because I hadn't told them that I applied. They didn't even know I was interested in it. And then I had to tell them, like, hey, I desperately want to move across the country and work for the mouse for a semester. And that was quite an adventure. So I got home the next day and I was like, okay, well, I have till the next Friday to decide whether or not I want to do this. So I have to tell them, like, today. And I couldn't tell them that day. So it took me 2 days to tell them, which meant that Sunday so I got accepted Friday. Sunday, I was sitting at home on the couch with my mom and my dad was there too, and I just started crying and they were like, what is wrong? Like, something is obviously wrong. You won't tell us what it is. And I was like, okay, so I got accepted into this program and I want to go so bad. And my mom, like, was not excited. My dad was like, oh, that's awesome. Like, my mom, and like, I'm not saying that this is bad or anything. It was just like a whole semester of me away. Like, obviously I can understand why nobody would be excited about that as first, especially because, like, the farthest I'd ever gone from home was Whitewater. For school, at least. Like, obviously I'd gone, like, around the country and we'd gone on family trips, but it had always been as a family. So I told them and I was crying and they were like, we need some time to think about it. And I was like, well, no doubt. Like, I'm not expecting an answer right away, but know that this is a dream of mine. So anyway, I told them, and then I went back to Whitewater because it was a school week, it's the middle of school, a semester. And my dad texted me a few days later and he was like, hey, on I think Tuesday, he was like, hey, like, I just want you to know we both support you and, like, we're gonna let you do this, we're gonna let you live out your dream. And I, like, cried. I can tell you right now, and if you haven't figured it out already, I cry a lot. So, like, I'm surprised I haven't cried in one of these videos yet. But yeah, so it was crazy. And then I had to really make the decision, like, okay, do I want to do this? Do I really want to go a semester away from my family and be in a new place with people I've never met before and make a whole bunch of new friends and have this amazing experience? And obviously I decided yes. So then came the absolutely crazy task of finding roommates. Finding people that I wanted to live with was absolutely crazy because there's, like, a lot of different housing options. So, like, you stay in apartments on Disney property and they're owned by Disney. So, like, they have buses that take you back and forth to work, but whatever. I'm not going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about, so I talked to so many people. I can't even tell you how many people I talked to, but I ended up getting 7 girls that I liked, and we all matched very well. Like, we all talked to each other a lot and, like, figured out that we were a pretty good fit. And then our time came to actually pick which apartment we were going to be living in, and they did not give us an option to pair with 7 people. They gave us an option to pair with 5. So what that meant was we had to split and pick who we wanted to live with out of those 8. Well, you can imagine that was a struggle. But anyway, we picked our 4, and then the day finally came, and, like, I'm very, very blessed because my family came with me to move me in, which was awesome. Obviously, I had to say goodbye to Aiden, and that was ridiculously hard because we'd never ever spent, like, yeah, we're in a distance relationship for 5 years out of our 9 years of relationship, but we had just been 45 minutes away, or like a bus ride away, and that was something that we'd never done before. So it was really hard, and that was, I'm not gonna lie and say that it was easy, because it wasn't. So we said that it was just like, it wasn't goodbye, it was see you later, which is a common Disney thing. But then move-in day came, and my family helped move me in, which was really, really, really nice of them, because I didn't know when I was going to see them next, which ended up being later. But I also forgot to mention that the move-in process is kind of a mess, because I gave them the wrong email address. So they were sending me like all my itinerary and where I was working and all that kind of stuff, and I wasn't receiving any of it. So it was like 3 days before move-in, and I still hadn't heard from them, and I was like, I'm kind of freaking out, because like I'm supposed to move in 2 days, and I don't know which apartment complex I'm living in. I don't know like where I need to report on Monday for my job. Like, I don't know what my schedule is. And I called and we figured it all out, but that was incredibly stressful, so I would not recommend doing that. But anyway, so yeah, move-in day came, and I met all my roommates for the first time. I met one of them the day before at one of the restaurants in Disney Springs, because of course we went to Disney Springs before I moved into Disney World, obviously. So yeah, that whole week was crazy, and I guess I don't really have enough time to talk about it in this video, which is okay, because I knew that this wasn't just going to be a two-parter. So anyway, yeah, we moved in. There were 8 of us, so it was, I'm gonna name drop, sorry, it was Abby, Katie, Courtney, Delaney, Mackenzie, and Kayla, and me. So that was all 8 of us, and we got along very well for a little bit. But I'm not gonna get into the roommate drama, because that's a whole nother story. But anyway, so we got there and we moved in, and my family stayed with me for part of the day, and then they left, which was good, because you kind of just have to rip the band-aid off sometimes. And as much as that sucks, it really helped me get to meet more people and talk to more people too, because it was like, this is all of our first time doing this, except one of my roommates. She had done it before, but like, we're new to this, so we need to meet each other and actually spend the night with each other. Okay, so this is the last segment of this video for today. If you've watched this far, as usual, please leave a comment. Comment your favorite Disney character below, so I know you're watching, because I'm a sneak and I love to know who's actually watching the videos. So please comment your favorite Disney character. I have the schedule for this week. It's kind of gonna be switched around because I didn't do yesterday, but I wanted to do Disney today because I love the most, and I can't wait until I can go home again, even though I don't know when that's gonna be. So yeah, comment, like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.